Hi Scorpio, this is your March 24th through the 30th weekly tarot reading. We'll have 5 separate spreads in this weekly reading. In the first spread, we'll be looking at new love entering your life. Spread number 2 is for those of you who are already married or in a relationship. In the third spread, we'll see if anybody wants to get back together with you. After that, then spread number 4, we'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances. And the fifth spread will be what you're not expecting to happen this week. Please like, comment, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is on new love this week, Scorpio. We have the King of Pentacles clarified by the Hermit, the Knight of Cups, the Six of Wands clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. In the potential outcome, we have the High Priestess with the Ace of Pentacles and the World. And we also have the Four of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We also have Water, Cancer, and Scorpio, Pisces, maybe a Sagittarius. This looked really, really good until I flipped the deck over. Well, the the potential outcome is a little controversial as well. Okay, but yeah, the Four of Cups on the bottom of the deck. It is a card of a rejection. It is a card of somebody who is not interested. Okay, and that's the card we have on the bottom of the deck. We'll get back to it in just a second. This reading starts with the King of Pentacles clarified by the Hermit. I always like it when readings start with a court card. I love it. And that's why I was like, yay, a court card showed up right away. So the King of Pentacles could be an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or somebody with some major Earth placements in their chart. If they're not an Earth sign, they could be an entrepreneur, somebody who is wealthy, very grounded, somebody who works for a financial institution, someone like that. The Hermit, clarifying the King of Pentacles, is a Virgo major arcana card. So for some of you, it's definitely a Virgo, right? Again, because the King of Pentacles could be any Earth sign, and the Hermit is a Virgo card. Virgo is an Earth sign. At the same time, the Hermit is a card of a thinker, right? Somebody who goes within, doing some soul searching, going through some kind of a thought process, and perhaps it has something to do with that Four of Cups for some of you. The Four of Cups on the bottom of the deck. For some of you, perhaps this person is afraid of rejection, and they're going to make sure they think everything through before they make their move. For some of you, you could have already rejected them, right? And now they're thinking about it. What's a better way? What's a better way to approach you, Scorpio, right? Some of you could be dealing with 2 people, right? And perhaps you're rejecting one of the people, but instead you're moving forward with this King of Pentacles, or something along those lines. Or if they still make a move, you may reject them. You could be like, I think you can do better, and they will do better. Because now they're coming in with the other 3 cards we have on the table, right? The Knight of Cups, the Six of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. This right here, those 3 cards put together, I think they're talking about the same offer, and it's a real deal offer, right? First of all, the Knight of Cups, it's not even a page anymore. There's nothing wrong with the page, but the Knight of Cups is the next step up. It is the most romantic, the most loving, the most caring knight out of all 4 knights, so do expect a very loving gesture from this person, a very serious loving gesture, very romantic gesture. And the Six of Wands clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. The Six of Wands is a card of attention, right? So you're definitely in the center of this person's universe. It also card of victory and success. So again, if you're dealing with 2 people, the King of Pentacles is most likely the winner. And it's a card of like feeling good about what's going on, feeling good about yourself. The Wheel of Fortune, clarifying it, is a start of a cycle, a very fortunate cycle, right? So whatever the case, whatever your scenario is, I think this King of Pentacles will eventually earn your trust, will eventually win you over, right? In the potential outcome, we have the High Priestess with the Ace of Pentacles and the World, two major arcana cards, and the Ace of Pentacles in the middle. The High Priestess could be a card of a secret or a card of intuition. Okay, so perhaps your intuition will kick in and tell you, you know what, this person has proven themselves to you. Why not give it a shot? Why not see where it takes you, right? And the Ace of Pentacles is a really, really good card to have, always. It is a card of like a golden opportunity. It's a very serious offer. The Ace of Pentacles often comes through as a marriage proposal card. All right, the World right next to the deck could be someplace remote, by the way. We do have the Wheel of Fortune and the World in the same reading. So perhaps with the World, perhaps you're moving you have to relocate, or they have to relocate. That's just for some of you. At the same time, it is a card of an ending. That's why I said this potential outcome is a bit controversial, right? But I always interpret the world as a happy end card. So for most of you, it's simply one chapter of your life is coming to an end, and a much better, much happier chapter together with this King of Pentacles is about to start. All right, so yeah, interesting, unique, controversial reading, but for most of you, I think you're still moving forward with this King of Pentacles. I believe so. Even though we have that Four of Cups on the bottom of the deck, even though in the potential outcome, that potential outcome could be interpreted a couple of different ways, but I think you're moving forward with this King of Pentacles regardless. Like, at the end of the day, even if there's like, you know, bumps in the road, if this person needs to jump through some hoops to prove themselves to you, they will. All right, so that's really happy for you, Scorpio. Congratulations. If you are already in a relationship or married, Scorpio, this spread is for you. We have the Ace of Cups clarified by the Ace of Wands. We have the Tower clarified by the Queen of Cups. We have the Fool, and we also have the Five of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an Aries, yeah, or any zodiac sign, whatever your person's zodiac sign is. Another controversial reading. Scorpio, what's going on? Anyway, this reading starts with two aces, right? Two aces. And this reading assumes you're already with this person, either married or in a relationship, what have you, right? But it starts with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands. And at the same time, we have the Five of Cups on the bottom of the deck. That card has always to do with the past. It's a card of like grief and regret, disappointment. Perhaps you haven't had any exciting moments in your relationship for a while, and by for a while I mean a couple of days, a couple of weeks, a couple of months, I don't know. And that's what the Five of Cups is, right? Thinking, you know what, it's just been kind of stale, boring, we haven't done anything exciting in a while, you know, let's do something interesting, let's do something exciting this week. And it could be you who is offering this, or it could be your person who is offering this. I don't know. Whoever this is, they're making an offer with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands, right? Very passionate and very loving at the same time. The Tower clarified by the Queen of Cups. I assume you're the Queen of Cups, Scorpio. It's actually one of your major arcana cards. You share it with Aries. Right? And speaking of Aries, the Fool right next to the deck is also an Aries major arcana card. But the Fool perhaps is a card of like, yay, let's give it a shot, let's be spontaneous, let's have a lot of fun, let's do this, let's do that. Right? So I think the offer that is being extended with those two aces is going to be accepted and supported. Right? The Tower, clarified by the Queen of Cups, again, that could simply be you twice in this reading. Or the Tower could be, you're going to be a little bit surprised, a little bit shocked when this offer comes your way. And you're going to be like, you know, what? Are you serious? You know, with the Tower, perhaps you guys already had other plans, not so exciting, not so awesome plans. And with the Tower card, you will have to like cancel other plans. Right, because you're just gonna do what they offer. You're gonna follow through with the offer with the Fool card. All right, so yeah, looks exciting. All right, cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Scorpio, this week. Keep in mind, it doesn't have to be the most recent next. We have the Three of Cups, clarified by the Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands, clarified by the King of Wands. We also have Justice and the Three of Swords on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We also have Libra on the table. Well, strangeness continues, Scorpio. Third spread, third reading, and the bottom of the deck is just very, very surprising. Right, the Three of Swords in this case. The first thing I thought of, Scorpio, when I saw this spread was an Aries birthday party. Okay, this King of Wands could be an Aries. Aries is a fire sign. King of Wands could be any fire sign. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But the Three of Cups is a card of a party, right? And we're celebrating Aries' birthdays right now, so perhaps this King of Wands is an Aries, and it has to do with their birthday, right? If they're not a fire sign celebrating a birthday, or if it's not a birthday that's taken place, then the Three of Cups could be some kind of a reunion, or any type of a party, any type of an event. All right, any type of an event. The Three of Cups could also be a card of a third-party situation, and the same can be said about the Three of Swords, but it doesn't really strike me this way. If it is, let me know in the comments down below, if you're aware of it. Right? But, yeah, so anyway, in some way, you will be communicating with this King of Wands, right? You'll be interacting with this King of Wands. You'll be hearing from this King of Wands. You'll be running into this King of Wands, right? And with the Justice card right next to the deck, which happens to be the only major arcana card, which could be a card of a major apology, by the way, right? But at the same time, you will be the judge and the jury, Scorpio, right? Justice, you will be the judge and the jury, ruling as to what you want to do about this. That's what it kind of feels like. At the end of the day, right? Once all of this starts to pan out, you will be the one ruling. You'll be the one with the verdict, with the final decision as to what you want to do about this. But yeah, the Ace of Wands is here, clarifying the Three of Cups. It is the passionate ace, right? The Ace of Wands is the most passionate ace at the same out of all four aces. But at the same time, since you're most likely dealing with a fire sign, then it's simply an offer from a fire sign, right? You see how the King of Wands is holding up a one? That could be the one we're looking at in the Ace of Wands. It's simply an offer from a fire sign. All right? Cool. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances, Scorpio, this week. We have the Three of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, clarified by the Six of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands on the bottom of the deck. No major arcana cards. You'll be hearing from somebody from your past, or maybe you will be reaching out to somebody from your past. There's definitely an element of the past with the Six of Cups in the middle, clarifying the Page of Cups, right? The Six of Cups is a card of someone or something from the past. It's also a soulmate card, so this person can be your soulmate. The Page of Cups, somebody approaching you, reaching out to you. Okay? The reason is most likely that Ten of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So somebody is struggling. Again, for most of you, it's somebody else who is struggling and they need your help. Or for others of you, you could be struggling and you'll be reaching out to somebody from your past. And that struggle, that Ten of Wands, could simply be maybe somebody needs like an extra pair of hands over the weekend, or maybe you can do like a side gig. For others of you, they may ask you if you would be interested going back to that employment, to that workplace, right? Or perhaps somebody is looking for a job. Right? The Ten of Wands could be a struggle because there is no job. Somebody could be asking if you know anybody, or if you know if somebody's hiring. Okay? That's what's going on. It has something to do with that struggle. And everything, I believe, revolves around the Ten of Wands, that struggle. Alright? The Seven of Pentacles right next to the deck is a card of waiting. Okay? For some of you, they could be waiting for you to get back to them. For others of you, if you actually go to work and do something, if you work over the weekend, if you do like extra hours, after your day job, with the Seven of Pentacles, you could be waiting to get paid, right? And that's what I think is going on. It's not that big of a deal. I don't want to say it's not that big of a deal, but it's not, because there's no major arcana cards. All right, it's just somebody needs help. You'll be dealing with somebody from your past, something along those lines. All right. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen this week, Scorpio. And even I didn't expect this. We have the Hermit, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. My, oh my. And the cherry on top of this cake is this spread. Remember the first spread, the new love spread. We had the Hermit as a clarifier of that King of Pentacles. And we have the Hermit here as the first card. So you could simply be dealing with a Virgo, right? The Hermit is a Virgo major arcana card. Or the Hermit, again, is a card of a thinker. So somebody is going to think it through. Somebody is going to go within and think really, really hard about this. And when they come out of that as isolation, when they come out of that thinking process, they're going to throw those three aces at you, Scorpio. So it's going to be like an avalanche of everything. Anything you can think of, They will probably do it. Well, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but 3 aces. We have 4 cards on the table, 3 of them are aces. So what you're not expecting is this person just keep on coming towards you, keep on doing things for you, keep on sending you gifts, keep on doing something for you. Until until you give it a green light, give them a green light. Right? So expect a lot from this person that we saw in the first spread. 3 aces. I did not expect this. This whole reading is very unique. This whole reading, all of the, except for maybe the work, business, and finances spread. That was kind of quote unquote normal, right? All other readings were very unique. Anyway, Scorpio, that's what I have for you for this reading for this week. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also comment and subscribe. And other than that, Scorpio, have an amazing week.